Hi, I'm Andre, and I'm here to share my journey as a volunteer with Wildlife Act and why I believe this is one of the most fulfilling things I've ever done in my life. From a young age, I was captivated by the beauty of nature. Growing up in Paarl, I always felt like Africa was pulling me closer, and back in 2015, we went on our first family holiday to Botswana. And I have to say that that's basically where things changed for me. And it wasn't until a few years later where I had the opportunity to go and work there during lockdown. But it wasn't until I learned about the challenges that wildlife faces, like habitat loss and poaching, that I really felt compelled to take action. I wanted to do more than just admire nature. I wanted to help and protect it. And the time when I was at Botswana in 2020, I heard this really scary fact that over 60% of wildlife habitats are being threatened by human activities as we basically speak. And that's when I discovered Wildlife Act. Their mission to conserve wildlife through community involvement really resonated with me, and I couldn't pass on the opportunity to get hands-on experience from trained professionals while making a tangible impact. So, as a volunteer, I was involved in various projects, from tracking endangered species to educating communities on conservation and things. And I have to say, one of the most exciting projects that I was on was the African Wild Dog Project, where we worked with the communities and where we did outreaches with them and actively monitored these animals to track their behavior in the wild and see how we can formulate plans to basically protect them and to extend their lifetimes with us. So the impact of our efforts was evident. Watching animals thrive in their natural habitat was incredibly rewarding, and it just showed me that every small action contributes to a larger cause. And of course, the journey wasn't without any challenges. The reality of conservation work can be quite harsh. Learning about threats, about what the animals are currently going through, is quite heartbreaking. But these challenges only strengthened my passion. As I reflected back to the 15-year-old me, so naively walking around Malherbe Game Reserve photographing these animals that are actually on the road of being endangered. So if you're passionate about wildlife and want to make a difference, I want to encourage you to consider volunteering with Wildlife Act. If you've gotten so far into my story, I'm pretty certain that Africa is also pulling at your heart. And it's not only about giving back, it's also about being part of a community that deeply cares about the future of our planet. So yeah, together we can create a future where generations can inherit a vibrant, biodiversity-filled world. Let's be a generation that shifts the course towards conservation and protecting, rather than letting it all slip away. So yeah, that's my story.